So what are percentiles? What are quartiles? The example that we discussed was, let's say somebody gets 68%. That means 68 out of 100 marks if he get. We can't really say whether he is doing a good job or bad job. It may happen that with 68 marks, he has outsmarted only 5% of the attendance, and then 95% of the people scored better than him. Or the other way around, with 68 marks, it may happen that he has scored better than 90% of the people, only 10% of the participants have scored better than him. In this scenario, he is doing good. In this scenario, he is not doing that good. So that's why instead of looking at the standalone number, it may be a good idea to look at the relative position of this number compared to the rest of the population. That relative position is known as percentile. In fact, in this case, if he is outscoring 5% of the people and remaining 95% of the people are above him, this is known as 5 percentile. I'm scoring 5 percentile. What does that mean? I am outscoring 5% of the people, remaining 95% of the data is above me. In this case, tell me, what about this case? He has outsmarted 90% of the people, 10% of the people are above him. What percentile does he stand at with 68 marks? I would stand at what percentile with 68 marks in this scenario? He would stand at 90 percentile. 90% of the data below this, 10% of the data above this. Sometimes it's maybe a good idea to look at the percentile value. What do you mean by percentile? Percentile means you arrange the data from maximum value till the minimum value. You arrange the data from maximum value to minimum value. Now there is a point in your hand, let's say 68 marks or 75 marks, whatever is the point right now, X, that is in your hand. Check the position of X. Let us suppose X fall here. Okay. This is the maximum value. This is the minimum value. Check the position of X. Check how much data is below X, how much of the data is above X. How much ever is below X, that is known as X is falling in this particular percentile. X is right now, let's say below X there is 40% of the data, above X there is 60% of the data. Then we would say X is at 40 percentile value. X is your 40 percentile value. So percentiles are pretty much useful in several other places. One of the most widely used application is when you come to comparison of the marks and all that. In fact, in some of the exams, if you see, especially some competitive exams, they don't really care about X, isn't it? They don't really care about how many marks you got. All they care about is what is your percentile value, be it CAT or GATE or some other SAT or MAT. It is really, you look at the percentile value rather than the original marks, because when you tell me percentile, I'll get to know your relative position. Okay. So instead of saying I got 68 marks, which I will not get any idea, if you would have told me I got 91 percentile, then I can get a good idea that you have outsmarted 91% of the people. So there is a lot of story that we need to understand behind percentiles. First, we will see how to calculate percentiles. How to calculate percentiles. That is the first thing that we see. Then we will see what are the applications and how do we use percentiles. We will proceed further. Okay. So to calculate percentiles, you need to supply this data and ask for the specific percentile points. So when you are calculating percentiles in Python, what you need to do is you need to supply the data, or data means the particular column, and then ask for what percentiles you want. So the approach is this. Look at this carefully, all of you. You need to give a particular column, and then you have to ask for, there will be two columns. You have to ask for percentile. So let's say I have given the column as age. So you have to tell, hey Python, look at age column and give me 0 percentile value. Give me 10 percentile value in age. Give me 20 percentile value. Give me 50 percentile value, 60 percentile or 65 percentile, 75 percentile, whatever percentile you want. Okay. 90 percentile or 100 percentile value. If you ask like this, Python will go, there is a particular method that will go and search in this particular data. It will arrange the age variable from maximum to minimum value and then look for those points and give you the result. This will be your result. What is the result? Value. Variable value will be your result. When you ask for 0 percentile, what will be returned? Automatically, what will be the result of this? 0 percentile is that value where below this there is nothing, above this 100% of the data is there. For any variable, what will be the 0 percentile value? Tell me. Below this 0% of the data, that means there is nothing below this, everything is above, more than or equal to this particular point. What particular point is that? In any variable, what is the 0 percentile value? What is that value where
Minimum
below
value.
this
The base
minimum
value.
value, base?
Minimum value.
By base you mean to say minimum value, right?
Yes, sir.
Minimum value, I cannot say 0, isn't it? Not always it is 0. For some variable, minimum value is 30. That means below 30 there is no data, above 30 everything is more than or equal to 30. So by default, if you ask for 0 percentile value, you are going to get a minimum value of that variable. Here is the value. Thanks for saying value. You will get value here, minimum value. If you have understood that 0 percentile carefully, then everybody must answer this. What would be the 100 percentile value? What is that point of a variable where above it there is nothing, below it everything? Obviously, it will be the max value. Hey, have we discussed something else here? Have we discussed 50 percentile value? What is that point where exactly right in the middle, above it there is 50, below it there is 50? Have we actually seen it anywhere? What is that
Median.
50
Median.
Median.
percentile
Median.
value? Is
Median.
it average
Median.
value? Somebody is saying average. Can I say this is mean value?
Median, sir.
It
Median.
has to be median. I'll be wrong if I say mean, isn't it? I have to say exactly median. The way median is calculated, if you remember, at that time we haven't have any idea on the percentiles, but we have arranged the data, took the middle value, apparently 50% here, 50% here. 50 percentile value will be your median value. Similarly, when you ask for 10th percentile, look at this carefully. When you ask for 10th percentile, the whole data will be arranged in the descending order from max value to min value internally. And then that particular point will be picked up where 10% is below that point, remaining 90% is above that point. That will be given to you here in the result. If there are 4 or 5 values like that which are same, then their average is given to you here in the result. Maybe for the ease of understanding, we will say that we have thousands and thousands of values. But how will be this 10th percentile value calculated? Simply you arrange the data from maximum value to the minimum value. Find out a point where 10% of the data is below that, remaining 90% of the data is more than or equal to it. Maybe on the edges also. Less than or equal to, more than or equal to. If you ask for 20 percentile value, that particular point will be picked up where 20% of the data is less than or equal to it, remaining 80% of the data is more than or equal to it. Like that, tell me one last point. If you ask for 90 percentile value, if you ask for 90 percentile value, what will be given to you? Whole data will be arranged from max value to min value. A particular point X will be picked up, which we don't know. Tool will be calculating and giving you. But what type of point it will be? Below X, there will be 90% of the data. Above X, there will be only 10% of the data. That is, in theory, what is percentile. Maybe to understand it better, we will do an exercise and get these numbers and try to interpret them. That will give us some more in-depth knowledge. Maybe in the next exercise, what we will do is capital gain. There was some issue with capital gain that we have noted down. I don't know how many of you have noted down. There was one issue that we have observed with capital gain. Do you remember it? Can somebody tell me what was the issue that was already identified with capital gain?
Median was 0.
Median was 0.
What is wrong with that? Median 0 नहीं हो सकता है क्या? Median 0 ये
But
issue है क्या?
mean was very high.
हाँ, that is the issue. ये भी पता है आपको, है ना? Mean was
Yes.
1077, median 0, ये issue होता है. Median 0 is not an issue. Median 0, but at the same time, mean is 1077. They are very far away from each other. That's the right way to say it. There is some issue. Mean and median are far away. There must be some outliers. Keeping that in mind, we'll proceed. Let us do one more in-depth analysis of capital gain. This time we will see percentiles. Okay. Now here is the syntax for calculating percentiles. Look at this, all of you. Dataset name, column name comes as usual. Quantile is the function that will calculate percentiles. The function name is quantile. This is coming from quantity, Quantity, like that, quantile. And then you give list of percentiles that you want to calculate. So apparently this particular code will give you a tabular output. In that tabular output, you will have two columns. First column will be percentile. And whichever percentile you want, you can mention. Not necessarily you have to put all these every time. You can put any, like if you want 75 percentile, you can mention it. If you want 65, you can mention it. But roughly we will try to get an idea by giving these percentiles. Later on we can give some more percentiles. 0 percentile, 10 percentile is 0.1. Look at this. 0.1 is 10 percentile, 20 percentile. You are asking for these values. These are inputs from you. 30 percentile, 40 percentile, etc., 50 percentile, and so on. You asked for even 80 percentile, 90 percentile, 100 percentile. And what will you get in the output? Tell me what will be the values in the second column. What will be the values? These are capital gain corresponding values. Do you agree with that point? These will be capital gain values, right? And if you ask for 0 percentile, in the result you will get what is the minimum capital gain. Am I correct? Min capital gain will be given here. If you ask for 100 percentile, you will get max capital gain. Yes or no? If you ask for 50 percentile, you will get median capital gain, like that. What I want you to do is go ahead, execute this. Be ready with the output. We will deep dive into output, understand these percentiles even further. So quickly go back to our code and then execute the code quickly. Here is my code, capital gain, quantile, and execute. Tell me the numbers. 0%.
Sir, till 90th percentile, it's showing
Everything is 0. 90% of data is showing 0.
Looks like this is
The
not
last one is
that.
99999.
It's a disappointing.
below 90th percentile, everything is 0, sir.
Is my voice breaking in between? It kind of off, is it?
Yes, sir, in middle.
Yeah.
Okay. Now can you hear me clearly?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now, all of you got this output, right? Now, what is the 0 percentile value? 0. So minimum capital gain is 0. There is nothing wrong with it. What is the 10th percentile value that you got? Tell me in the chat window, what is the 10th percentile value? 10th percentile value is again 0.
0.
Now look at this carefully. How do you write this? All of you should understand this. Very important point coming up. 10th percentile value 0. You should say that 10% of capital gain, 10% of the capital gain in my data set is less than or equal to 0 for sure. Maybe remaining 90% is greater than or equal to 0, but I'm not sure. That's why I'm writing maybe, because looking at the 10th percentile value, that's the only judgment that I can pass. Tell me, I haven't seen anything else. Looking at this value, are these two statements correct or not? 10% of the capital gain is less than or equal to 0 for sure, because I have seen from minimum till here. Maybe remaining 90% of the capital gain is more than or equal to 0, but I'm not sure. Are these two statements correct or wrong? Can I make such statement looking at this 10th percentile value? Technically, this is a correct statement, right? The 10th percentile value is 0. That means 10% of the data is less than or equal to 0. In this case, it is actually equal to 0. Maybe remaining 90% is more than or equal to 0, but I'm not sure because I haven't seen it. What is 20 percentile value?
0, sir.
This will be slightly tricky. All of you need to understand this. Okay, try to participate as much as possible in the chat window. 20 percentile value is also 0. Then I can say that 20% of capital gain, 20% of the capital gain is less than or equal to 0 for sure. Hey, why are you so sure? Have you seen from minimum till 20%? I would say yes, I have seen. Maybe remaining 80% is greater than or equal to 0, but this part I'm not sure. The second part I'm not sure. Hey, why are you not sure? Because I haven't seen it. Yaar, abhi tak dekha nahi. I have seen only 20% of the data. That's why I'm giving sure answer. Maybe remaining 80% is greater than or equal to 0. I'm just expecting it, but maybe it may be, but I don't know. Here in our case, the reason why I'm writing less than or equal to, in our case, it is actually equal to 0 in our case, but less than or equal to covers both equal to and less than, isn't it? This is technically right way of writing. Even if I would have got 4 or 5 here, I would have told 20% of the data is less than or equal to 5. Yes or no? Remaining is more than or equal to 5 or something like that. Now, similarly, if you keep on going, participate everyone. What is the 80 percentile value? You are saying 30 percentile is 0, 40 percentile, 50 percentile. What is the 80 percentile value? 0. Now tell me those two statements, all of you. You should be able to tell me those two statements. I'm writing the first statement as 80% of capital gain is less than or equal to 0. For sure. For sure.
Yeah.
Isn't it? We are very sure about that. Why are you so sure? Tell me. Because you have seen from minimum value till 80%. You have seen literally everything. Now you have confidence on 80% of the capital gain. You have seen everything from minimum till 80% of the data. 80% of the capital gain is less than or equal to 0 for sure. Maybe, tell me what is the second statement? Maybe
20% of the data is
20% is greater than or equal to 0. But are you sure looking at this one at this juncture? Are you sure? No, you can't be sure. Now the last one. 90 percentile value, how much? 90 percentile value?
0.
Damn, this is also 0. 90% of the, look at this all of you, 90% of capital gain is less than or equal to 0 for sure. What the hell? We never thought that capital gain, 90% of the data points were zeros. And the mean is 1077. We never thought that capital gain was such a variable. 90% of the capital gain is less than or equal to 0 for sure. Hey, are you really sure, all of you, 90% of the capital gain in your case is actually zeros? Are you sure about it? You haven't seen the full data, but looking at the percentiles, can you be so sure about it? Yes, I am
Yes, sir.
sure about it. If there are some values, they'll appear here, no? According to percentile calculation. 90% of the capital gain is zero only. For sure. Now tell me the next statement which becomes very critical here. Tell me the next statement.
Maybe 10% of the data is greater than
Maybe
equal to 0.
remaining 10% of the data is greater than equal to 0, but I'm not sure. I can't say definitely rest of the 10% of the data will be sure. I mean, greater than equal to 0. Like the way I said, maybe 80% is 0, maybe more than 90%, maybe 20%, maybe remaining 10% is greater than 0. I'm not sure. And what is the 100 percentile or the maximum value of the capital gain? What is the maximum value? Some 99999 something is the maximum value. Yes or no? Does that mean capital gain 90% is 0, remaining 10% is greater than or equal to 0? Can I conclude like that only 10% of the data is greater than or equal to 0? Or that also doubtful? Can you give me guarantee that 10% of the capital gain is greater than or equal to 0? Can you be so sure about it
No,
here?
sir. No, sir.
Here also, like if you
No, sir.
understand it carefully, just that you haven't seen the granularity level from 90 to 100, it doesn't mean we blindly accept that this whole 10% of the data is greater than or equal to 0. Yes or no? We should not say that this 10% of the data is greater than 0. It might happen that 98% of the data is 0, only 2% is non-zero. Can this also happen? Then also you will get like this.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it might happen that 95% of the data is 0, only 5% is non-zero. Then also you'll get the same output. Yes or no? So if you really want to gain complete insights, you have gained complete insights on the 90% of the data. I must agree. All of you, do you agree? We have got 100% insights on this first 90% of the data. From minimum till this 90%, we have checked everything. But what you haven't seen, what is that unknown portion of the data that you haven't really looked into it, just jumped from 90 to 100. I think you may have to do a drill down from 90 to 100% of the data. Maybe in your drill down, you will find interesting facts that maybe 95% of the data is 0, only 5% are non-zeros. Maybe 98% are zeros, 2% only are non-zeros. Who knows? Do you agree with my argument? That we can't really give guarantee that 10% of the data I must have positives here. Maybe you may have to find 91 percentile, 92 percentile, 93 percentile, etc., etc., etc. Can somebody tell me how do I calculate 91 percentile, 92 percentile, 93 percentile, basically between 90 percentile and between 100 percentile? How do I calculate 91 percentile, 92 percentile, 93 percentile and all that? In the same quantile function, I have to give, for 90 percentile, I gave 0.9. For 91, I will give 0.91, 0.92, 0.93, etc., etc., 0.99, comma 1. By doing so, you know what you will observe? Maybe until a point, it is all zeros. Maybe from a particular point onwards, it will go into positives. Then you would say 93% of the data is 0, remaining 7% is non-zero. Isn't it? That's the right way to say, isn't it? Confidently, rather than thinking that everything is non-zero. Are you with me, everyone? What are we doing here? We are doing a drill down of the last 10%. My argument is, answer this question. Why are you doing a drill down of the last 10% only? Why aren't you doing a drill down of the first 90%? क्यों आपने 90% को छोड़ दिया? Why? Have you really got the clarity on the first 90% of the data? You don't have anything to do? Have you got clarity on the first 90% of the data?
Yes.
Yes, we perfectly got the clarity from minimum, which is 0 percentile till 90 percentile. There are all zeros. उसमें clarity क्या है? सब कुछ शून्य है. Remaining 10% of the data is black box for us. I want you to explore that right now and answer this question. Look at this question. At the end, you are going to tell me what percent are zeros in capital gain. In capital gain, what percent are zeros? Is it 90%, 91%, 95%, 98% or 99%?
92, sir.
What percent are
92.
non-zeros? Go ahead, do that additional analysis. For
Sir,
that, we have to do.
92% is zeros and 8% is non-zeros.
Okay. Let's wait for others also to get it. Be ready with the answer. So basically what you need to do is
91%.
90%, 91 percentile, 92 percentile, 93. Till 90
91%.
percentile, I got good clarity. 91 percentile, 92 percentile, and so on till 100 percentile. We need to get that. So go ahead, execute this and answer these two questions. Okay.
Till 91% is zero, sir.
Okay. So one of the answer is 91% of the data is zero, and how much is non-zero?
9%.
Remaining 9% is non-zero. Verify whether it is correct or wrong. Verify whether it is correct or wrong. How many zeros are there? How much percent of the data is zeros? Strictly speaking, maybe some 91.25 or 91.5 is zeros, some 8.5 is non-zeros, but roughly we can say that roughly 91% of the data is for sure zeros. This is for sure. Remaining 9% is non-zeros.
Yes, sir.
All of you, do you agree with this argument? Some of you are giving me the answer that 91% are zeros. If you go
Yes,
to
sir, that
capital
is
gain,
correct.
91% are zeros only. Maybe remaining 9% is going to be some positive values. 91% are zeros. Let me check that. 91 percentile is zero. Remaining 9% of the data is where we are seeing some positive values. If you are giving me the answer 91% of them are zeros, that is right. Now, listen to this carefully, very carefully, all of you. What if capital gain, when we talk to our business partners, they told that capital gain has to be zero only. Any non-zero value, be it positive or negative, is an outlier or an erroneous value. Some issue in the data, then only you will get some positive values. Otherwise, it has to be zero only. Then in that case, if capital gain is zero, then that data is considered to be clean. What percent of the data is clean? What percent is clean and what percent has issues? Tell me.
91% is clean.
91% of the data is clean because it has to be zero. Remaining 9% of the data has issues or outliers or some values that are not permissible. Okay. This particular method of looking at the percentile values from 0 percentile all the way, 0 percentile, which is the minimum value, all the way till the 100th percentile, which is the maximum value. This particular way of looking at the values of a variable is known as, this particular way of looking at the values is known as distribution of the variable. Distribution. What do you mean by distribution? As the name suggests, from minimum value till maximum value, where all the concentration of this particular variable is, the variable that you are handling, where is the concentration from minimum till the maximum. Right now we have seen the percentile distribution, or in simple words, this is the distribution of a variable from minimum to maximum. Most of the times we have zeros and it has gone up till maximum of 9999 and all that. It doesn't mean it is equally distributed between 0 and 9999. I don't believe that. In fact, most of the 91% of the values are zeros only. Only remaining 9% of the times it has gone from 1 till 9999 and all that. This is known as distribution of the variable. Looking at the distribution, you will be able to detect the outliers. Underline this point. Outlier detection can be done using the percentiles distribution. Look at the percentile distribution. Percentile distribution doesn't leave any single value. You are actually going from minimum to the maximum. That means, am I saying I'm looking at all permissible values of the variable? From minimum value of the variable till the maximum value of the variable I'm going. When I am looking at this, if there are any outliers, I'll be easily identifying them, because I know when I'm coming from minimum value, there is a particular method or there is a particular range that rest of the values are. Suddenly there is a spike. Then I know that these values are very different from rest of the values, and this particular percentage is outlier. We may have to have some business knowledge in the sense we need to have some background that what is this variable all about, what can be the permissible values and all that. Mostly, even if we don't have the knowledge, looking at the rest of the values, we will be able to detect, hey, looks like only these values are very different from rest of the values. So outlier detection is done looking at the percentiles. Looking at the percentiles, you can detect the outliers. Any question on this?